Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning, a beautiful morning outside here, sunshine here in South Carolina. It's going to be another beautiful day. My husband, of course, is golfing. I just got back from Walmart and had to do a few errands. Just want to talk to you a little bit about my weight. Is back down to now 145.4. Smallest I've been in years. So I'm so tickled about that, and I'm feeling great. No complaints about anything. I'm feeling good. Just wanted to come on here and let you know that life is good for me right now. My husband, he had some good results with his ear, so that's a great thing going on. And another thing we have to thank the Lord for is we have now in our house good air and heat control, which I'm so thankful for that, because our heating and air has kind of went to the pots here in the last few months, and we have now a brand new system and new ductwork. Got rid of all the wet flex duct under our house. Our unit is now set outside, and we have to thank Gene's Heating and Air for that, and thank you my Facebook friends who recommended them. I did get another estimate, and I even talked to them about that other estimate, but I'm going to tell you one thing. Gene Heating and Air. Jody came out here and he inspected under our house, and he inspected around our house all the vents. Before he left that day, he spent over an hour with us, and it cost me nothing for him to come out. Jody did an absolute great job. I recommend this company big time, and if I didn't, I would tell you that I would not recommend them, but I'll tell you what, they're grade A in my book. They took underneath that house. Our house had all kinds of stuff that where contractors have been here and left stuff, disconnected piping, disconnected wires, plumbing disconnects. Thank you very much, Gene's Heating and Cleaning. You cleaned it all out. They cleaned it all out. We don't have that junk under our house anymore. I am so thankful. Sean and Justin and Jody, you all did a great job. There was another gentleman out here. I don't know his name. I didn't get to meet him. But they did the most work. And Jody was very thorough in everything he did here. They even put in a dryer vent for me, because this house was built in 1985, and you have inspectors, and they did not look and see if a dryer vent was put in this brick home in the beginning. So where has my stuff been going to under my house? Had Jody not told me this, and we've had our house inspected for termites and all this, and no one has ever said anything. Do you know you don't have a dryer vent and all your dryer lint is going under your house? That's a fire hazard. Does your insurance companies not even check this? When they do, they check everything else. That's one thing they didn't check in this house. And thank you. You put me in a dryer vent that I was wondering, where is my lint going to? Because it sure isn't going outside. I don't see a dryer vent anywhere. So I just couldn't believe a house was built without one if you're going to have washer and dryer. And nowadays, everybody has washer and dryer, do they not? So thank you very much for putting that in. I appreciate that. I can't talk enough and give them a great enough review. I mean, they were top notch in my book, and I would always recommend them to anybody that asks me about heating and air. They may be a little expensive, as some people has told me, but I'm going to tell you, they do a great job. They went in there, and Gene's still coming out to inspect it yet next week. He wants to see if we're going to like the air the way it is. And I'll tell you, that other unit, I couldn't stand in front of my sinks because they had those little vents. The air came out under your sink. It froze my feet. I had to actually take duct tape and put over those vents and leave about an inch or so open so I could do dishes or even be in my bathroom washing my hands, because the air would just shoot out there. And it was coming out so fast. My curtains were all over the place. They never stayed, because the air was blowing up so much. This air is such a nice, continuous air. It is even all through the house, downstairs. I'm not sitting there roasting and freezing. But the good thing about this one, yep, I got the Wi-Fi thermostat. Let me tell you about that. If you don't have one, they're really nice. Because before I'd have to get up out of my chair, come upstairs, turn it up or turn it down, depending on if I was freezing or not. Now I just have my little iPad there. I turn her over and flip it to that thing, and boom, I can adjust my heat while I'm sitting down in my chair. Say if I go to West Virginia and I forget it, once I'm at Wi-Fi, I can turn my air up or down. So that's the great thing of knowing that even on my way back home, I can go into a a McDonald's or wherever and get Wi-Fi, and I can click on there and say, okay, let's make it for 72. By the time I get home, my house will be nice and cool or warm, whichever I want to do. So it really makes it nice to have the Wi-Fi. I first thought I wasn't going to like it, but yeah, I'm going to like that. I really am. But now let's talk about another little subject. Let's talk about my husband. He's going to be having a colonoscopy coming this Wednesday. I'm asking for prayers for that. And there's some things that changed since I had my first colonoscopy. And I just kind of want to let you know what they're telling now. And they have you do. Of course, he's on Coumadin. He has to stop that 3 days before his procedure. So he'll stop that Sunday. And then 1 week prior, starting now, of course, yesterday or day before yesterday, he had to, yeah, it was day before yesterday, he had to start a very low fiber diet. He has to avoid corn, popcorn, raw fruits and vegetables, seeds, nuts, and beans. That was the things they told him he has to avoid for a week. So he's limited it down to mostly meat. That's about all he can eat. Tells me one thing. And I had heard this, and so now this must be why they're doing it. All those things I mentioned collects into your intestines, okay? That stuff there is what you poop out of your system. How else to say it? That's the waste that comes out of your system. When you eat meats, and notice they didn't say no meats, meat dissolves in your digestive system. You don't have to worry about the meat staying in your intestines because it's not there. Your waste that you poop out is that kind of stuff. It's gross, but that's what it is. And I have found every time I put the vegetables back in, I don't care if it's peppers and onions are really bad. Peppers and onions are bad for me. My stomach cramps when I go to the bathroom. And I can eat meat and not have to go to the bathroom. Do you know what that means? I mean, yay! So when I do eat something else, it's going to pass through, but it's not a pleasant thing because I cramp from it anymore. It's just, and that's what the nightshade vegetables, the onions, I love that stuff. Sauteed, I don't care it's cooked, I love it, but it kills me. So I'm like, no, guess I'm just going to stay away from it. That's all I can do. And I made chili the other night, and I put my peppers, thinking I was okay with my green peppers, and I did minced onions, not the regular onions, and some mushrooms in my chili because that's all I want. I don't want beans because beans really does a number to me. So I said, no more beans. I'm done with those. I'm not going to have the cramping and know what else it's doing to my body. It's not worth it to have the inflamed intestines and your digestive system so upset. Not to me. Some people's like, okay, I'll go ahead and eat it and then I'll deal with it later. Yeah, we do that, and that's what I just did by my chili. I don't know if I'll eat any more of it. I may or may not. May save it for people who come here. I don't know. But it doesn't bother them. It does bother me. And there's some people can go with nightshade veggies. They never bother them. If you're younger, you probably won't have the problem that as you get older you start developing. Neuropathy, gout, what else? The vegetables do this to you. And if any of you really want to know things, go to Sally K. Norton. On the internet, look her up. She has a blog. She will talk to you about the high oxalated foods that is causing neuropathy, gout, kidney stones. And we think it's stuff we eat. Well, of course it is because all them little crystals are going into your kidneys. They make these stones. So look her up. I mean, I'm telling you this because I want you to be healthy. I don't want you to have these problems where you're sick all the time and your hip hurts, your knee hurts. All this hurts because of what? High oxalated foods. And when those crystals get in those joints, you start having problems, just like gout. I know people right now who has it. It's a terrible, terrible thing. It's very painful, and that's what it is. It's the high oxalated foods that you're eating. Potatoes. Sweet potatoes are very bad in high oxalates, and I love sweet potatoes. But when I stopped eating that stuff and brought it back in my system, boy, could I tell a difference. Corn, popcorn, corn on the cob, very bad for you. Very high oxalates. I know that for a fact because when I do popcorn or corn, it will flare up my sciatic nerve in a heartbeat. If you don't believe me or believe Sally, why don't you just try cutting it out of your food for a while? Go a week and don't eat it. Anything in high oxalates, don't eat it for a whole week. Do yourself that favor. Eat the stuff that doesn't affect with high oxalate. Go with the low oxalated foods. Look it up, what they are. Do yourself that favor. And if you do it, and it doesn't work. For you, now you can get back on here and tell me I lied, but I don't think I will. If you really do what you're supposed to do, I think you'll be fine. And, yeah, there's a lot of pills out there to help your symptom, but it ain't curing your symptoms. The only way you're going to cure your symptom is start eating the way you need to eat and get rid of the stuff that's not good for you. And the other thing I want to talk about is I want to mention my puppet ministry. It is really kind of hard in a way to do the puppets. I'm having little technical problems with that. I'm trying to work through that, learning these little things. So I'm going to try to keep the biblical study going on for the little kids. I'm trying to do 1 or 2 a week, and this week I don't know what's going to happen. I probably can do a couple this week. But Wednesday's when we're having Don have his colonoscopy. So just keep him in prayer for that everything comes back clear and no problems. And my heart goes out to some friends back home who lost a loved one this week. And actually this morning at 5 o'clock, my heart goes out to them. So just keep people in prayer. There's so many hurting and we don't know what it is. And let's do kind things for people. Today I was in Walmart and this little old man was behind me and he had his hands full of groceries and I have mine in my buggy and I had waited there probably at least 10 minutes to get through the line because there's people in front of me. Maybe not quite 10, but it sure felt like 10. So I seen him come behind me and I said, "Sir, why don't you go ahead in front of me?" And he says, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah, go ahead." I said, "You got less than I do." So I let him go in front of me. That little kindness is really something that makes people feel good. It makes you feel good because you did something for someone, or it should. So yeah, I wasn't in no big hurry. So I said, "Yeah, go ahead in front of me. It's no big deal." So I went out to my car to put my groceries in, and I had the 32 16-ounce bottled waters, what I always get when I get my bottled water. Deer Park's the only one I like to use, other than Piggly Wiggly's. So I went and put it in my car, and this truck came around the side and stopped, and here is that little old man, and he said, "Let me put that in your trunk for you. That is heavy." I said, "Well, thank you very much, sir." So see, a good deed sometimes comes back. And I didn't do it for that, and he knew that, but it made him feel good that he helped me, and I helped him. So be kind to people. We don't know what they're going through. You really don't. You don't know what their life has been like, and sometimes you can say things to people to really hurt them. And I know sometimes I've done that, even to family members, and it's not that I want to hurt them. Sometimes you just have to tell the truth to them, and they don't like to hear the truth, and that hurts when you have to do that with people. And I know that because I've had to do it, and I don't like to have to tell people the truth, about things. But sometimes I just do, and I know it offends them. I know they get mad at me, and that I have to say I'm sorry for, because I don't want to have to do that. But sometimes you just have to, whether you want to or not. So anyway, I'm happy I lost another pound. I'm down to 145.4 ounces. And this week, of course, the last 2 weeks, I haven't done any exercises. Haven't been to the gym to do my exercise. I could do it here, but I've just been doing things around the house that needs done. I've been waiting on this air unit all week to get done, and it took them till yesterday. But that's okay. We had a fantastic week for it to be done. It was in the 70s, maybe 80 at the most. Great weather. So we didn't really suffer that much. Now, if it had been a week ago when he was in the 90s and 95, yeah, I would have been like, "Oh, they don't come this week," and they didn't, so that was good. So everything works out, and God has given us many blessings, and He's given lots of people blessings that they don't even know about because they don't look for them. But God blesses us every day, and I'm so thankful for my Lord and Savior, Jesus. And I hope you are too. If you don't know Him, I hope you will message me. I'll tell you how to get to know the Lord. And if nothing else, go on YouTube and Facebook and watch my puppet ministry. It's under Linda Bragg's Puppet Ministry, Mrs. Otter's Friends. I have a dog, a frog, a dog, a little boy, and Mrs. Otter, who does the little puppet ministries. And sometimes it works out good, sometimes it doesn't. But it's okay. The kids get the gist of it by listening to what God has done and what God can do. Our God can do so much powerful things that we just don't believe. And when we don't believe it, it's not going to happen for you. So, non-believer or believer, pray to God. Ask Him, if you're a non-believer, to come into your heart. It's so important before you take that last breath. And you never know when that's going to be. It could be 1 second from here. You don't know. I don't know. I'm ready. Whenever time comes and God's ready to take me, I'm ready to go. And my family knows that. So it's important that your family knows that, because you always wonder, where is my son? Where is my daughter? Where is my dad? Where is my mom? Where's my grandparents? Did they go to heaven? You pray that. And I pray for a lot of lost souls. It's even in my family still today. And I pray and pray that they will receive Jesus. And that's my prayer for you today, that you'll do that. So God bless you all. You have a great day. And like, share, comment, whatever you want to do. Subscribe to my video. So when I do them, you'll see them. I don't do too many anymore, but once in a while I like to do some things. So anyway, been a great week. Thank you again, Jean's Heating and Air, because I'm happy and my husband is too. So y'all have a great rest of the weekend, and God bless you. Bye-bye.